So the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 multiplayer reveal trailer just released about an hour ago from the time that I'm recording this, and I started watching it. And to be quite honest with you, I'm not going to critique it heavy or anything like that. Honestly, just by looking at it one time, watching it, I thought it was amazing. I thought it was badass, thought it was cool, I thought it was fun. And the one thing that I could think of was if this trailer would have released when I was a teenager or when I was a kid or when I was younger, I would be over the moon. I mean, I would be bugging my parents to buy me this game, to pre-order it as soon as possible, because honestly, it looks really, really fun. And when I was younger, like a lot of you guys, at least I would assume like a lot of you guys, I would only play multiplayer. Like I would buy a Call of Duty and I would just jump straight into multiplayer because I wanted to level up as fast as possible. I wanted to get the prestige as fast as possible. And I just wanted to have fun doing that. Now, many reasons for that, right? Like in school, you could be like, oh, dude, I already reached prestige, or you could say, hey, like I'm a higher level than you, or any of that BS. So this just looked fun. And it honestly took me back to a time in multiplayer where I could maybe see myself enjoying it. Now, for this year, I'm going to try to dive more into Call of Duty in terms of zombie, multiplayer, and the campaign. For the most part, we've covered the campaign only here. And just diving back into Call of Duty multiplayer is going to be maybe really fun for me. And Call of Duty Black Ops 6 being the one that kind of brings me back into the multiplayer mix is something that I might find really, really exciting. And I think looking at all the new stuff that they're integrating, it looks so sick. It's like a mixture of the old, but also mixing it with the new and just getting some awesome new things with multiplayer that maybe we've never seen before. For example, the main thing that caught my eye is this Omni movement. That's what really made me kind of say, hey, you know what? This might be great, but at the same time is also going to be a big learning curve for a lot of people. I think you just diving around, you know, we saw some here, it looks like Max Payne. I mean, just diving with two guns and shooting in any direction is gonna be crazy, and you know, it's gonna piss some people off. If I'm just cutting a corner and then out of nowhere this guy jumps, dives, and shoots me, I'm gonna be pretty pissed off, cursing up a storm. And that is one of the things that a lot of people are gonna have to get used to, but it's going to be chaotic. I think these multiplayer maps are gonna be maybe small and fast paced, right? Because it feels like Black Ops 6 was built to be fast paced, and you know, some people are really gonna like that, some people are not gonna like that, but it does seem extremely fun. And look, out of all the things that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 did bad, one thing that they did really well and people really enjoyed was multiplayer. They thought that it was the best multiplayer that we have gotten in years. So of course Black Ops would know this, and they would want to up their game and make sure that we get a badass multiplayer section as well. I noticed on the multiplayer map that we have 16 new maps. Again, the Omni movement is going to be there. And one thing that I noticed is that you can pick up an enemy and you can basically use that enemy as a shield. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to use this enemy while he's dead. Like if you kill an enemy, then you can pick up their body and walk with them and have him as shield. Or if you can hurt him and then pick up the enemy and walk with him while he's still alive. Because if you can do it while the person's still alive, there's going to be a lot of people quitting, cussing, reporting you, and just going absolutely crazy. That is one of the craziest things that I've seen in Call of Duty, to use someone as a shield, because that'll piss you off. And when that happens in Call of Duty, it's rage inducing. So that was something that I found interesting, but I wouldn't want to be on the other end of that. And I'm excited that they're getting some new maps, maybe built from the ground up. They look really cool. Some of the ones there, again, they look kind of like they're tight in the corners. But one thing that really took me back to just my time as a teenager was the prestige. And of course they've talked about that, but they showed a little bit of it here on the multiplayer reveal trailer, where you have classic prestige and you can reach up to prestige master. That just blew my mind, because as a kid growing up, one of the best things that I could do was level up and reach prestige. Black Ops 2 was my absolute favorite ever Call of Duty when it came to multiplayer. It was the one that I was able to play the most. It was the one that I really kind of started my love for Call of Duty in multiplayer, and it just felt like I was the best in that one. I think my skills peaked at Black Ops 2, and I was able to reach prestige 10. I was so close to prestige master, but I just didn't get it for one reason or another. And I remember it was just so much fun. So this Black Ops is taking me back to that time, and I think it may be doing that for a lot of you guys. So we're gonna keep an eye out on multiplayer and anything else related to Call of Duty, but I just wanted to talk to you guys and give you my thoughts on this new multiplayer reveal trailer.